still a very active scene out here on Enfield Street, very early on in the investigation. But right now, Hartford police are telling us that there are at least 3 victims, and 2 of those victims are dead. We do have an update since our last time that we checked in with you. 2 suspects have been captured here in Hartford, and this is where it all stopped, right here. This vehicle crashing into the Family Dollar store on Sigourney Street. He tells us he was actually returning from a different call when he got the call for this fire. He heard the address and he said, "That's my house." We are in New Britain right now. We are on South Street trying to take a look at what some of these back roads are like for those of you heading home tonight. The outage map, which you can find on the Eversource website. Right now, if we take a look at the details statewide, there are still about 2,500 customers without power, but keep in mind that is actually less than 1% of the state, so these crews are working. This happened on Tuesday on a day very similar to today with temperatures in the 90s. Veterinarians say it is way too hot to leave your dog in the car, even if you crack open a window or even if you think you'll only be gone for a few minutes. We are on the West Hartford side of things, where as you can see, this is where police are blocking traffic, because once you get past this intersection of Albany Avenue and Mountain Road, you will not be able to get any further. Here in New London, storms like this can be very tricky. The winds are very strong and the tide is high right now, so there was the potential for a storm surge out here, but luckily we didn't have any of those issues. The Senate did just gavel into session a few minutes ago. Both chambers expected to work long into the night tonight. Same to be said tomorrow, working all the way up until that midnight deadline. The sun is setting now and it is still 50 degrees out here in Manchester, so it's really hard to believe how dramatically different tomorrow's weather is going to be, and that might be part of the reason why so many people are preparing for the snow last minute. These crimes involve 3 different delivery drivers that work for 3 different pizza places, and they took place in 3 different parts of the city, but they all happened between the hours of 12:50 and 1:40 this morning.
All right.
There's a lot Camille Dilson likes about his job.
I love it. Very nice driving, drink coffee, listen music.
A positive attitude that may seem surprising.
USA One delivery, I am outside, man.
When you learn that the pizza delivery driver for USA One Pizza in New Haven was robbed early this morning for the 6th time in 8 years.
All the time the pizza delivery or other delivery guys the same problem.
He says robbers set traps for delivery men and sometimes they catch one.
You promise yourself, I am not gonna trust anybody. But sometimes you can make a mistake.
This time was different for Dilson. The robbers had knives.
Give mine, give your money. And I go inside the car, try to be defense myself.
And they beat him for around 10 minutes before taking his money and running off.
I say to you, I want to give my money. Don't hit me. Don't punch me. Don't hit me. He punched my face maybe 3 times. My nose all bloody.
New Haven police say another delivery driver reported an attempted robbery just 20 minutes later. 20 minutes after that, a 3rd driver was robbed. But Dilson didn't know about the other crimes. He was already back to work.
I have to.
He has to support his family.
I have 2 daughters, my father, I have to take care of them.
And he and his co-workers aren't going to let these robbers ruin their lives.
They are fools, they are losers, But then we're never gonna give up. We're gonna keep working hard.
A little shaken up mentally.
Regular times is 100% okay, today 90%, 85% okay.
But his work ethic unwavering.
So far, no arrests have been made, and police say although it's possible, they haven't determined yet that these 3 cases are connected. Reporting in New Haven, I'm Laura Roberts, Fox 61 News.
Action at Bristol's Rockwell Park moves pretty fast.
This is a nice skate park.
So skaters record their tricks on camera to be able to watch them back over and over again.
I come here every day.
On Monday night, several of them captured a different kind of action, happening just feet away from their ramps and rails.
I just hear a bunch of people screaming and yelling at each other, so I walk over there, scope it out.
What started as an argument
It just got intense. It was pretty serious.
turned physical.
Somebody threw a punch, And then after that, it was just, everybody was just fighting each other.
Videos from the fight show at least 7 people, mostly women, throwing punches and pulling at each other's clothes and hair.
It was definitely a brawl.
It drew a crowd in the park.
Like, I'm pretty sure the whole basketball court cleared out to come over and watch, and then there's people from in the back over there came over here.
And the videos posted on social media have been viewed thousands of times.
It's a great group of people who are in the skate park and out of the skate park too. So I mean, it's just a couple bad people here and there start issues.
Bristol police say they're investigating and working to identify the people involved in the fight.
It was a little out of hand, you know?
But in the meantime, families were back on the playground Tuesday and at the skate park. They're back to creating their own spectacle. From her hair to her personality, Leah Juliet lives her life out loud.
Amplifying my voice, I've never had a problem with.
In between her classes at WestCon, the 20-year-old is using that voice to start a movement to stop a crime often spoken about in a whisper.
Not only do people not know what revenge porn is, but there is an immense lack of legislation. There is an incredible stigma and taboo about the issue.
Juliet is a revenge porn victim herself. At just 14 years old, a boy asked her to send him intimate photos, and she did.
I felt the need to impress him and to follow through with what he wanted me to do.
But when she stopped doing what he wanted, he made those photos visible to everyone in her school and everyone in the world.
He spread the pictures throughout our high school via text, sent them to a bunch of guys, and then proceeded to post the pictures on an anonymous image board online with my name and my town.
Immediately after, the once bold teenager fell silent to keep what happened quiet.
The shame that took over me totally changed the person that I was.
Now, as an adult, she's sharing her story
I believe that my voice has a purpose.
to create social change and legislative change for revenge porn victims.
I want to be a revenge porn advocate and lawyer my entire life.
The movement starts this weekend,
So here are my posters.
with the first ever march against revenge porn to be held in New York City.
I'm literally doing it by myself.
For Juliet and the movement, it's just the beginning.
I believe that 20, 30 years from now, this will be something that we as a community, as a country, will be 100% together in acknowledging that cyber crimes and physical crimes need to be combated the exact same way.
In Danbury, Laura Roberts, Fox 61 News.